4, 3, 2.
And good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good Tuesday evening to you. Welcome again as I prepare you for the Thaddeus Matthews show at 7 p.m. shown only on Cussing Pastor TV.com. It has been a long day for me. Oh, long. But first of all, I want those of you that believe in the power of prayer. Now, this is serious. Uh, I want those of you who believe in the power of prayer. I want you to do something. Now, you can get one through. Now, if you can't get one through, I ain't talking to you. Uh, I'm gonna give you just a second for a few more of you to come on in. Um, I got some things I want to say to you this evening as we prepare for the show. But I want those of you who have some prayer power. I need y'all to do something for me on this evening. And like I said, I'm waiting for some of y'all to get on in the room. Come on in the room. It's a little chilly on the outside on this evening, but come on in. Come on in. I'm looking at Ella Taylor. What's going on? Huh. All right. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Because I need to say something, and I need you all to be aware of some things as well. Hmm. Brother Vernell's chapter the third. What's going on? While I'm waiting for some prayer warriors to get here, let me say this. Y'all know my girl Dale. Dale has been with me now for uh, 5 years. Uh, I don't know how she's made it through the 5 years. And hey, Monica. And I don't know how I made it with her for 5 years. Uh, Dale, if you had to describe me in one word, how would you describe me? Huh?
Mm.
Oh, Dale.
Mm.
Dale, stick your head back around. If you had to describe me in, I'll give you 2 words to it. I'll give you 2 words.
Mm.
If one word won't come to you, uh, if you had to describe me in 2 words, what would them words be?
I don't know. I need more time.
Very wonderful, very great, nice person. None of the above. Damn, Dale. All right. Damn. Well, okay. Well, you too. Um, but Dale has been with me for a while, and I want those of you. Dale has experienced a tragedy within the last 24 hours. And I need those of you that can get a prayer through to pray for Dale. Dale's daughter, Sabrina, we call her Bree, was in a very serious accident on yesterday. And you, do you mind if I say, or do you want me to go to the extent of what our injuries are?
Oh, you didn't say everything else.
Okay, well, her daughter's neck was broken on yesterday. Well, three vertebrae,
Two.
two vertebrae. But Bree has went through surgery on this afternoon and came out with flying colors. She has another surgery to go through on tomorrow. So I just want you, those of you who believe in prayer and you believe in the power of prayer, to just, when you're saying your prayers, or when you're just riding along, just say, Lord, remember, breathe. And naturally, Dale has been crazy all day long. She's here with me this evening in the studios. One of the things I'm going to get into tonight is that you can't go into the hospitals and be with uh, your loved ones. Fortunately, there's some strings that can be pulled sometimes, and Dale did have the opportunity to spend a few moments in the hospital with her daughter on this evening prior to going into surgery. The surgery was supposed to take 2.5 hours. I don't think it took that long, did it?
About an hour and a half.
Huh?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah. So in about an hour and a half, the surgeon called Dale and told her that it was what kind of surgery? In and out, or
Yeah, it was an in and out, clear cut.
it was a in and out surgery. Um, but we're praying for Bree, and Bree is she's a brilliant child. She graduated from high school at the age of 16. After spending many years in private school, she went to city schools, and when she was at Wooddale, jealous-hearted teachers who could not understand that all children are not heathens tried to hold her back for 2 years. In fact, they wanted to put her in the 10th grade when she was supposed to be a senior. Naturally, I got involved, and you know what? We get involved, we just do what we have to do. And we got involved with the white folk at the school system, and it was the white people that that got some things done for us. Um, but Dale is, like I said, she's been crazy all day, and she's been crazy with me all day. Usually, I'm cussing her out, but Dale been cussing me out since about 5:30 this morning. Having you, Dale.
Mm-hmm.
And sending me crazy ass text messages. But I understood it. I didn't act out in normal Thaddeus mode. I didn't go into fuck you, Dale. I don't give a shit about what you're saying, Dale. Fuck you. I didn't go into that mode. I understood that even as hard and rough as Dale is on the outside, uh, she got one of them spirit, especially when it comes to her children. You know, she'll cuss me out. Uh, and I guess she's my best friend. And am I still your best friend?
You my best friend.
Huh?
You my best friend.
Will you let the people hear you say it?
You're
'Cause
my best friend, that is.
Okay, okay, so yeah. You done made me wonder today. But I love me some Dale, and Dale loves us and me. And we put up with uh, each other. But I do uh, want you to remember Bree. If you can't remember Sabrina, God knows who we're talking about. So just say, Lord, remember Bree. And again, she went through surgery real well today. But she's got to go and have another surgery in breaking her neck. And here's how God works. And I sure didn't come into this. This happened yesterday afternoon. Brilliant friend, somebody ran into her with insurance, Jesus. Ran into the car that they were in, had to be speeding for the damage that was done. Her neck was broken. Uh, when I took Dale home last night, her daughter came out to the truck and, just walking normally. And Dale said, well, I'm going to have to take you to the hospital. Because somebody was saying that her neck was hurt. And they were going to go to the hospital. And I said, okay, you're going to the hospital. You're going to be there 4 or 5 hours time. Text me when y'all get home. But that was not the case. That was not the case. But the doctor said something. The doctor said, had she went to sleep and turned her head the wrong way, she could have died. But the God I served didn't even make her sleep. And she's in basically good spirits. But she is in the hospital. And I'm not going to give out the name of the hospital because y'all be trying to find Dale's daughter. But, y'all keep Dale in y'all prayers. And y'all pray for me too because I got to deal with Dale through this shit. Ooh, God, yeah, if y'all only knew. Y'all think I'm rough. Dale, ooh, she called me last night while because she could not go in the hospital. She had to sit in the car. This is one of the things I'm going to be talking about at something. She couldn't, Bree just turned 18. And you have to understand, you have to know Bree to understand that Bree's not your average 18 years old. Bree don't want to be grown. Okay?
Ain't fast at all.
Huh?
She ain't fast at all.
She ain't fast. Bree is the word studious? She's studious. She graduated at 16 years old, top of the class at Wooddale, in the midst of the heathen den. She don't like being grown. She was preparing to go to the Navy and had went on this rigorous diet to be able to go to the Navy. Now she will not be able to go in the Navy. But God gonna do what He gonna do. Okay. I assured Dale, and I don't have to shoot because she's a praying woman, and she said she wanted God's favorite.
I am.
Huh?
I am.
Yeah, she done prayed for me in some situations. I swear for God, I've seen some miraculous things happen. I've been talking to God all day. I've been talking to God all day. I done word God to death all day. Then they'll pray over it and pray about it, and look like instantaneously something happened. I said, well, God, you know me. I'm older than Dale. I met you when I was 8 years old at Ebenezer. Remember, 114 Henry. But Dale is in basically good. She's hurting, and she's been venting all day. And I guess she had nobody else to vent to. But I mean, she couldn't cuss her mama out.
I never cuss my mom.
Yeah. And she damn sure was gonna cuss her grandmama out.
Mm-mm.
So she didn't have nobody else to cuss out. So I got cussed out. I started getting cussed out before I went on the radio this morning. Then she cussing me out by text. I hate when somebody cuss me by text. But she cussed me for 2 hours. I guess she got tired and couldn't figure out nothing else to say. And she stopped for a minute. Then she came back.
I went to the hospital.
Oh, you went to the hospital. That's where you stopped cussing me.
I had to
by
drive.
text. You couldn't drive and text cuss. Ooh, she hurt my heart. She was saying some awful things to the pastor. You wouldn't think she might remember. And
I
then we
wasn't
worked
talking to the
together.
pastor. I was talking to my best friend.
You weren't talking to the pastor. You were talking to your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was the best friend there for a minute. Because she said some awful things. Then I said, Dale, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to stay focused on my show. Dale told me, fuck you and your show. See, normally, I'll call a big black some crazy motherfucker you, slant-eyed motherfucker you. I said something crazy
That's
to her.
already been called out. It don't even
But then I said, okay, I figured it out. She was hurt. Okay. And in pain, in pain, in emotional pain, we have a vent. There was nothing she could do about Bree. There was nothing she could do about the situation. She couldn't turn back the hands of time. She couldn't rewind the tape and it not happen. So that was an anger that Dale had. I don't know what she was mad at. I don't know what she mad because she told Bree it was okay to go with this little boy. Because Bree, even at 18 years old, every move Bree makes, she calls her mom. She don't want to be grown. She don't like the idea of being grown. But every move she makes, she calls her mom. Burnett, are you saying it was a great job? She cussed me out. I think that's what she's saying. There, it was a great job. You cussed me out. You did call me a motherfucker today too.
mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I said, okay. And I let it ride. Because normally I come back and, I cuss a little bit harder than she do. I know more cuss words than she do. And I know how to put them words together. But she was doing all right today. Then she had that Glock on her side too. And, I didn't want to trigger her crazy. Then, but hey, that's my girl. Okay. But I do want you to pray for that baby. Okay. Pray for the baby. And the baby's gonna be all right. God has already declared that it's going to be all right. And everything in that particular situation is going to be um, just fine. And again, pray when you say your prayers. In fact, you ain't got to wait till you say your prayers. Just ask God right now. I can't go to the hospital. Uh, Dale can't go to the hospital. We do know that she's out of surgery. The surgeon called her himself. She's in, what you call that stuff?
Recovery.
She's in recovery. Okay. Dale can't go to the room. When she comes back, uh, she got a cell phone. I don't know whether she'll be able to talk.
She had a text. She won't be able to talk for a couple
She'll
of
have
days.
to text. She won't be able to talk for a couple of days. And they're going back. They went to the front end of her neck today. They're going in through the rear on tomorrow. So we're praying not only for Bree, but we pray for the hand of the surgeon. Okay. We pray for the, let me see if I can get this word out, anesthesiologist. Did I say it right?
You did.
Okay. Well, let me say that one again. We praying for the anesthesiologist.
She's a sweet lady.
Huh?
I met her too.
You met the
I met
anesthesiologist?
the whole team.
Dale got a little clap. Okay. She's been a part of the Thaddeus Matthews team now. Hell, I go some places with Dale. Hey, Dale! That's all goddamn. Ain't I the stop? Oh, hey, Thaddeus. Damn, what's up? Hey, oh, hey, Thaddeus, but hey, Dale. But we pray God's mercy, and we ask that God will send them twins to the hospital. What twins? Grace and mercy. We're gonna ask that Grace and mercy. Grace get on one side, mercy get on the other side, and they alternate. And we just know that everything is going to be all right. All right, let me stop talking about my little, and that's my godchild, y'all. So, woo, she worship as hell, but she love her some Thaddeus, Mr. Thaddeus. She ain't gonna call me Thaddeus. It's always Mr. Thaddeus this, Mr. Thaddeus that. If you're a little short on a little something, Mr. Thaddeus. Uh-huh. Even when her mama tell her don't be wearing Mr. Thaddeus. And that's the type of relationship. And the child been around me since she was about what, 12?
Mm-hmm.
12. So we got it going. All right, let me talk about this show for tonight. The president has said open up the country, and we're opening up the country. But are we opening up too soon? As we talked about on last night, that I don't believe that a lot of what the government is saying is true. I believe that the coronavirus is manufactured. I believe that part of that $3.7 million that this government gave to that particular laboratory in China has something to do with the spread. I don't believe everything Fauci is saying. And if you watch that documentary that's on my page, you'll find out that there's a lot of things that have been said that I've been saying all the time. The director of the Public Health Department Division of the federal government stated on yesterday, in so many words, that yes, we are inflating the numbers. If you're in the hospital and you're in hospice, you're there for cancer, and you happen to sneeze too much, I guess they'll say you got some coronas. And when you die, they put complications of coronavirus virus on your death certificate. I've talked to some people. I know I've been around the death industry for a long time. Um, and they are inflating the numbers. And I think that this whole thing has to do with depopulation. But I think that maybe we're opening up the wrong things. We're opening up the bars and we're opening up restaurants. But here was Dale last night, a frantic mother. Okay, forget the hardcore, but a mother, a frantic mother whose child has a broken neck. And you're told that you got to sit outside in your car. You can't even go in. Now you go in and they let you make sure the insurance and stuff was right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They let you go in and make sure that the insurance and stuff is right. But now you can't go back here with your child who has a broken neck, who ain't never been to the hospital for nothing. Okay? Nothing. Ain't never had nothing broken. And you start off with your visit with a broken neck. And it's so serious. The doctor tells you that if you had a went to sleep or turned your head the wrong way, you could have died. But the mother cannot go back and be with her child. The child with a broken neck has to get on a cell phone and called out to the car to her mother to let her know what's going on. The child is in hysterics. You got to go to X-ray. You got to go, what's the other thing? CAT scan. You have to go through all of that. But the mother can't go. Another friend of mine who owns a business in North Memphis, Jimmy Huson, Fashion Corner Men's Store. His mother, 80, I believe she was 86 years old, passed away several weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. Because of the restrictions in these hospitals, here his 86-year-old mother was in the hospital calling for her son. I believe Jimmy is the only son. Where my boy at? Just like Dale's baby looking for her mama. She's a big baby. She looking for her mama. This 86-year-old woman was looking for her son. His mother passed away. He's having a hard time dealing with the fact that he couldn't see his mama in her last hours. He couldn't hold her hand in the last hour. He didn't get a chance to tell his mother before she closed her eyes in death how much he loved her. The hospital in their cold and callous way, your mama dead, come get your mama. What funeral home you want us to call so we can get your mama out the way? So is this restriction that we have in hospitals, is it something that needs to be? We got folk dying, and they're dying all alone. Is that inhumane? Not only is it inhumane to the sick person, but in my opinion, it's inhumane to family members. I'm going to be talking about that at 7 p.m. And then I'm going to be talking about this stimulus program. The Democrats are asking for another $3 trillion to give y'all, because they ain't gonna be me shit. Under the Democrats' bill, households would be eligible for $1,200 per individual, $2,400 per married couple, plus an additional $1,200 per dependent, up to 3 dependents, with the maximum payment amount a family could receive would be $6,000. Government want to give y'all that. I don't think y'all need to get no more money. That's just the truth. I don't think. See, if the government keep on giving you some money, what incentive do you have to create something for yourself? And how does a person who ain't never had no job, ain't never wanted no job, why are we going to give you some money now? So I don't think y'all get none. I really don't. I don't think you ought to get none. They want to extend the uh, what's that stuff they give you every week?
Unemployment.
Unemployment to 2021. That might work for people who have a job. Um, Amy Michelle says, I agree with you, but as a hospital worker myself, no one has died alone when I worked. I held hands and cried. That's nice, but they want to hold their people's hand. I mean, that's nice of you, Amy Michelle, Five Ash, but they be want to hold their own people's hand. That's nice that you there with them, and God bless you for that. But should not, if my mama is dying, can I put on one of them scrub things and I put on a mask then, and I ain't gonna wear them. Well, my mama already gone, but somebody close to me and put on one of them mask things and put some gloves on. Can't I go in there with my mama? Why are you keeping me from my mom? Then a few weeks ago, a lot of funeral homes weren't even having funerals. They wanted to go straight to the grave. Have we taken this coronavirus thing too far? I want to talk about it at 7 p.m. And I want you uh, to do that. And Amy, that's I'm glad to know that there's a person like you that is willing to step outside of your professional and step into your spiritual, and let the God in you go and be with someone in their dying out. I ain't never died, but I wouldn't want to die alone. That's why I wouldn't. As brash and as whatever it is you think, I don't want to die by myself. I'm gonna cut somebody out for the last time. Nobody wants to die alone. I'd like to think that my children would be there. I guess they all would be there. You think they all be there?
They'll be there. I'll be there.
Huh?
I'll be there.
You be there? Well, then I ain't gonna go no time soon. Wait a minute there. You be there if I'm dying?
Mm-hmm.
You hold my hand?
Mm-hmm.
And the way you cuss me out today, you cuss me as I die.
Mm-hmm.
Black ass motherfucker, you better not die right now. I can hear you there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but nobody wants to die alone. Nobody wants to be that way. Someone said the hospital is scared of future lawsuits if someone died from contracted COVID-19 at the hospital. Y'all going every goddamn way y'all want to go. Don't give me that bullshit. The hospitals are making $13,000 per person that is in the hospital with COVID virus, or they say got COVID virus. Everybody going in the hospital ain't got it. At $13,000 per 80,000 persons that they said that have died, that's a whole lot of money. And then when you turn those who have been on ventilators into $39,000. That's a whole lot of money. And they've admitted that they're inflating the numbers. All y'all folk ain't dying from The 86, look, they would have said this 86-year-old woman may have had the coronavirus. She's 86 years old. She had a whole lot of stuff. Hell, I'm 63. I got some things wrong with me. But I ain't got the coronas, thank you, Jesus. And you're right, Ms. Lucille. People are dying by the tens of thousands. Let me tell you something else. Depression can kill you. Don't you know that if you got somebody elderly in the hospital, it's almost time for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go. I'll talk some more about this at 7 o'clock. But do you realize that if you got some folk that's 80 and 90 years old, the depression, they have gotten depressed because they can't see their loved ones? I'm going to talk about this at 7 o'clock. I didn't know it was after 6. I ain't got but 2 minutes. Drink some of my Coca-Cola from Jack Pearl's. Ah, that's good. Look, you need to join me. The Thaddeus Matthews Show political season is about to kick off. There's one candidate that I am coming after. I'm coming after his ass with both feet. And that's that damn Steve Cohen. That's a white boy that don't give a shit about a nigga, and you Negroes been keeping his ass in office, and he ain't did a damn thing for you. In the only district in the state of Tennessee that was designed to have black representation. It was designed, West Tennessee was designed federally. And so we'd have at least one federal representative in Washington. Now y'all let a white boy from Midtown tell you that he the best nigga acting white boy in the world, and y'all kept him in Congress. But I'm going to be using all my social media. Uh, I'm going to be using this. And hell, I'm even thinking about coming out with not the Cussing Pastor magazine, but with a magazine to be distributed called The Naked Truth. All right. All right. I'll be back at 7 again. If you want to be a part of the show, you got to subscribe. You got time right now. You got time right now. Aim for $5 a month or $50 for the year. Yes, you give them your card number. I don't see your card. We work through a third party, the designers of the website. I don't see your card. I just see when you ain't got $5 in your account. My God. And I see quite a few of you don't have $5. You be trying, but you ain't got the $5. And we don't do the EBT cards. The company that we're using, they don't take your EB&T card for your $5. So you got to use a regular Visa, MasterCard. I think it'll take the Cash App
The what?
for the $5 or $50.
Yeah, because these are Visa.
It'll take that. But it's $5 a month or $50 per year. You don't want to miss me at 7 p.m. I'm going to tell it just like it is. CussingPastorTV.com. You can go there right now and subscribe. When you subscribe, $5 a month or $50 for the entire year. CussingPastorTV.com. Will you join me again at 7 p.m.? And remember, keep Sabrina Lane in your prayers, okay? And she's 18 years old, 18-year-old daughter of Daphne. Daphne. Y'all pray for Daphne. And then, Lord, will y'all pray for me while definitely is going through, that I'm just able to hang Jesus. Lord, have mercy on me. While Dale is going through, because she's going to be trying to take me through, and because see, here's the thing, I don't want her to get used to cussing me out. Okay? I don't want her to get used to it. But right now, if she needs a sounding board, we're just that close of friends. Okay? So I'll take being a old four-eyed, tingle-eyed motherfucker. You called me that too, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You ain't call me no four-eyed motherfucker? You thought it, didn't you?
Nah, I called you a motherfucker. I didn't say
You
four eyes.
called me, you did what now?
I called you a motherfucker. I didn't say four eyes.
What kind of motherfucker did you call me?
Just a
You what?
You.
You motherfucker, you. That was my name this morning. You motherfucker, you. And she done learned to almost say it as good as I said. You have to put emphasis on the word motherfucker. You just can't say motherfucker. You have to put some emphasis on them syllables. You motherfucker. See the mother and the fucker. You have to put emphasis on. Okay. Now let's all say it together before I go. Now how we say it? Motherfucker. I'll see y'all in 7.